Web3 TV.
So you're like an Airbnb for banks. You merge stealth fintech with defense assets. Not too surprising to see this crypto being used in the military field, merging together. Don't you find that a little dystopian?
There is a misunderstanding between sovereignty and nationalism. Sovereignty is when you want to protect your country and you want to have your own assets.
Does it ever occur to you what they want to use this money for? How do you sleep at night knowing that your investments fuel conflict in war?
It's a fund, and at the same time we are like middlemen.
Welcome to the Traders Brawl podcast, where we feature entrepreneurs, money gurus, business leaders, and even fitness freaks on the show. I'm Adel, your host, and if you're new here, welcome to the show. Every week, we sit down with entrepreneurs, disruptors, and innovators who are rewriting the rules of wealth, health, and tech. Today's guest is Jeremy Mahieu, the Chief Crypto Officer at HexaDef Capital, the next generation investment fund blending traditional finance with tokenized infrastructure. Think of it as the Airbnb of investment vehicles for defense, aerospace, and security innovation. Through both regulated funds and cutting-edge blockchain structures, Jeremy is helping institutions tap into a borderless future of strategic capital. Welcome to the Traders Brawl podcast, Jeremy.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to have you. We met a couple times last year.
I think it was Token 2049.
Token 2049 in one of the side events.
Cigars and
tacos and cigars.
Oh, tacos and cigars. Yeah,
I remember that. Exactly. Yes, that was good. And we did an interview.
Yeah.
I know at the time you were working for Utopia.
Yeah, I'm still shareholder and I'm still helping.
And then you recently joined HexaDef, or have you been working for them for some time?
Yeah, it's been some months that we talk with the CEO, the CMO, so we are all like co-founders.
Okay, nice.
But the other people, they come from defense. They come from military areas. I don't.
Understood.
And the idea it was how we can create a fund, because that was the idea, a fund. But in the same time, how we could implement blockchain technology.
Okay.
And because the other co-founders, they are a lot into cryptos too, like in terms of personal, they invest into cryptos, Bitcoin and stuff like that. So they knew that they would like to tokenize the fund.
Yes.
That was the idea, because even for the companies that we want to fund, there is a lot of stuff to do around tokenization. Because if we can talk about it, because it's very complicated for defense startups and companies, even companies that they are here like for 10 or 15 years ago. Some of them, they have clients, they have tech, and weirdly, they can't find money.
Let's get into it. But in your own words, what is HexaDef all about? I want to hear it from you.
So HexaDef is a tokenized fund. And what we try to do is we try to help startups and companies to get found, thanks to us. And at the same time, that what we bring to investors, if we tokenize the fund, because that's what we are doing. It's not ready right now. Right now, we just regular fund, like we accept money like fiat, and we are tokenizing the fund. What we try to do is that, thanks to the blockchain and the tokenization, they can make more money. And in terms of just operational, it's easier. Like for example, if you have an investor that puts some money and he wants to know how much money he makes this month, thanks to the blockchain, you can have access to that like on his dashboard, and you can check, hey, I made that money that month. And you don't have to call one guy, like traditional phone. You have to call one guy. He's like, oh, how much do you invest? Oh, yes, I have to check. And they have to calculate on the Excel everything. With the blockchain, we can have that in the way more easiest way. That's what we said. And for startups, it's just get some money, because it's very complicated for those companies to get some money first. And for example, we know a company don't have any money right now, but they have assets. So even if they don't want us to find money like from an investor that will buy some equity, for example, we can just say, hey, you have assets, let's tokenize the assets, and we'll find money through that. And that's your choose.
Interesting. So, and you're helping others get funded. You're helping them. You're bringing funds to their ability to their companies, essentially.
Yeah.
It's a great service. I mean, of course, everybody wants funding, so there's a big market for this.
Yeah, but the difference is that because people don't know defense companies, the difference is that most of defense companies, as I said, they already have clients. They already have tech. It's weird. It's like imagine a Web3 startup, like blockchain startup, like I could have other companies. Like you have the clients, you have revenues, investors. They can see all of that, but for a weirdly reason, but it's not weird. We know why, because it's defense. They don't want to put more money to help you to do a 10x in the next 6 months because they are scared. And for the banks in Europe, for the banks it's the same. They don't give money to those companies, and governments, they say they will, and they don't.
I see. So it's in a way you try and find that ability to make it happen.
Yeah, we are like, it's a fund, and at the same time we are like middlemen.
Interesting. Oh, I love this. The middleman. I've seen many movies. So you're like an Airbnb for banks. You merge stealth fintech, I'll say stealth, with defense assets. But this is interesting because don't you find that a little dystopian?
What is dystopian is that like, I don't know for North Korea and countries like that, but like most of the countries, they don't own their own defense gears, like
really?
Tanks, aircraft.
Really?
Yeah, they lease.
They lease?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, because I guess they subcontract.
Yeah.
They use contractors.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, for me, that is dystopian.
But even if it's on lease, if you're paying a contractor to do the paint job, you don't own the paint job, but you're contracting the paint job to be done. Is it not the same?
If someone is painting your house, the house is still yours.
Yes, it's
even
true.
with the painting. You know.
Yes, so, but if you're leasing the tanks, you can lease it for that period.
Yeah, but then when you finish, like
then you renew the lease.
You renew, but it's defense, so maybe they will renew on a new price. or maybe it's defense or it's political. Okay, it's political. So imagine your example of the tank. Okay, it's just an example. Yeah. So you lease the tanks for 20 years because it's non-contract. And after 20 years, you have to lease again. You have only that guy. I will say that guy, but it's not a guy. And the country of that guy now is different. Now they are allied with your enemies.
That's very interesting. Well, they would put in the contract some kind of clause that would say we can terminate. We can terminate because of X, Y, Z.
Yeah, but in contract you can put whatever you want.
That's why you don't sign.
I don't know from where country, contract.
No, it's interesting to know. You don't own the actual tanks, you lease it. But say, in the UK, you never actually own a property. It's called a freehold. There's a freehold and a leasehold. Yeah. You can leasehold it for 999 years. Yeah. And then after 999 years, you have to give it back.
In France, you own, but when you die and when your children they get the properties, they have to pay
a tax.
A lot of tax.
A tax.
Yes.
It's the same in the UK. It's the same in the UK. Dystopian nature of defense assets and helping defense companies get money to use it in defense. The question isn't that dystopian?
The thing is that because we are middlemen, the idea it's to be able to bring sovereignty to countries. So even if we are based in UAE, for example, because people there is a misunderstanding between sovereignty and nationalism. Sovereignty is when you want to protect your country and you want to have your own assets, but at the same time you can use those assets for other countries if they are friends, if you want to help. Nationalism, you have your own assets, and that's it, halas. You will never help anyone because your country is close. And a lot of people in Europe, for example, they use the word sovereignty, but they mean nationalism, and that's why a lot of people, when they have to vote for people and stuff like that, they think it's the same, but it's very different. Like for example, like in UAE, it's about sovereignty. It's a very open area. It's an open region, but you can't do whatever you want. That's it. Simple as that. So that's what we try to do. So even if you are in UAE, for example, if I have to deal with, let's say, Germany, because there is a special tech that we finance and we know someone in Germany that wants to use that tech, we can work with that country and we can do DD, like in crypto. We do DD and we check if it's the good fit between them, and we check that if it doesn't hurt other partners, and in the first place the UAE, obviously.
Does it ever occur to you what they want to use this money for? Or you don't care about what they use their money for, as long as they get
the companies?
The companies that you're helping them get the money.
No. When you are found, like obviously, like you have too many papers, and you have to check what the money is for. But it's I would say it's more papers.
Yes.
But it's easier because it's not like, hey, you can finance my token, and you never know if the token will be released. You don't know what they plan to do. But here, like if you finance, for example, drones. They have to tell you exactly why you want that money. The drones, they already exist. Or because we want faster drones, we want more battery, we want smaller drones, because we have a client there that wants to buy, I don't know, 1 million drones, but we can't finance that. And you have all of those information. You don't give the money like that. And again, what we do, primary, it's defense. It's not military. It's a little bit different. Even if some defense are military, defense companies. But
what is the difference between military and defense?
Defense, it can be like gear that you will use to protect your country, but not to kill people, I would say. It can be cameras, again, it can be drones. And you can have drones on military, drones that will kill people. But that's not the same, like the drones that you can see on the TV that goes in countries to kill people and stuff like that. Obviously, it's not just drones and you put weapons on it. It's specific drones to kill people. Okay, and the other drones, they look more like the drones that you can find at the Virgin Megastore and stuff like that, even if it's not exactly the same. But it's like if I say to you, like, hey, I want a car. Obviously, if you buy a Nissan Patrol or if you buy a McLaren, it's cars. But it's very, very, very different cars, right? You can't do the same stuff. And you can't use those cars in the same on the same roads. Go in the desert with the McLaren.
I appreciate I appreciate the definition that you. It's good to know the difference, but I believe there's still loopholes that people can say, oh, we're using it in the name of defense and security, but they can use it for any other reason, to kill people, because you cannot say you want to buy a camera. Sure, that's one thing, but you can also buy, for example, a drone, but then later you attach this drone with missiles separately. You get the money for the drone, sure, it's done. And then you have your own missile, you just attach it. Now the drone has the missile, and now it's an attack.
It's not like in the movie Lord of War, when they just have the helicopter and they just removed the missiles.
The missiles.
Again, like obviously we have my co-founders. They are defense experts. They come from that area. So we have people that are paid to check, everything. So you can't fake something on the paper. Like again, like you can see someone that knows his job. Yeah. You can see if a drone is to do something or something else. After that, I can't verify everything like in the real life. You know what I mean? Like if they lie on the papers, it's illegal, obviously, and then it's another story. But you are able to verify. Again, another example that I like, it's, let's say, crypto wallets. So it's not military, but crypto wallets, so you use one, apparently, to buy and to sell, to stack, to whatever you want. It's crypto. It's not defense, right? But if tomorrow I decide to create a crypto wallet for military people on the field to be able to receive some cryptos, like with a closed system, like no one can enter except those militaries. It becomes defense. And it's quite good, honestly.
I mean, there's obviously there has been a theory that we know the internet was created by defense, by the security of the U.S. Would you say the military, the U.S. military? There's also been talks that Bitcoin was also created by the CIA or part of the same team or different, but still within the same sort of department of security, defense, national security. So it's not too surprising to see this crypto being used in the military field, merging together, crypto being used to transact.
They should.
To buy and sell.
Honestly, they should.
Defense.
Yeah. They should use that. That's why I think, even if it's not what we do, we are a fund, but I think they should use blockchain and crypto and tokenization in what they do. There is, again, it's not defense, but it can be used because if it's political, it can be defense. If it's defense, it can be political. Like, for example, there is countries where people, they have houses, in the deserts, and it's been like, I don't know, 300 years. So they know it's their own land, okay? They live there. But someone arrived and like, okay, so can I see your papers? I don't have that because it's from my grand. And you can, with tokenization, say, hey, you go to the office of one government that would be open to tokenization, and you're like, yeah, I want something that say that it's my property since 300 years ago. I have old papers, but it's not really property papers. And I know that exists in Africa. You have some countries, they did that. And people, they were like in not big troubles, but some troubles, because they were like, where is the property papers? And they're like, I have some papers, but not that. And they're like, okay, don't worry, we will do something. So if someday someone comes to take your home, if there are weapons, they will. But legally speaking, it's your home. Mm-hmm. And you can do that with tokenization.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Because it's on the blockchain and it's very secure.
Yeah, exactly. It's fixed, it's on the blockchain, it's securized. Understood.
Now, coming back to the defense and aerospace industry, of course, selling aircrafts are being used in the name of defense. So, of course, there's going to be an element of I'm protecting my country. If I'm being attacked, I need to protect. Now, how do you sleep at night knowing that your investments fuel conflict in war?
Okay, again, we don't do military first.
Yes.
But, you have to show, it's like, I'm not that type of guy, but you have to show muscle to don't have problems. Again, it's like in UAE, okay, in Dubai. It's the best region in the world, but why? Because it's closed, it's open. You can come if you want in the country, but it's safe because they told you if you do bad stuff, you will have problems. So they show muscle, okay? But I never saw police people kill someone in the streets. I never saw anything like that because you have to show the muscle. It's like nuclear weapons. You have it not to, most of the countries, they have it not to use it. They have it just to say, we have it. So careful. If we want, we can use it, but never will use it. And it's the same. You have to show that you are able, if there is a problems, you are able to defend yourself, but you are also able to help other countries if there is a problem. Your allies.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's a fair response. I think you never know who can attack you. You never know what can happen in this very dynamic world we live in that's getting more and more unpredictable with different leaders coming into place, being elected. But I understand that you have to still have some kind of backbone, that this is the line you don't cross.
I know it's not really 2025, We have to be open to everything, and it's not being not a good guy to say that, You can be a good guy. It's better if you, even when you have your family, you're like, hey, if you do something to my family, you will have problems. But you will not, obviously. But just to know. And so the wolves, they don't come to your house because they know that someone is here. And when you start to become weak, because there is bad people in the world. So when you start to be weak countries, weak areas, I will not say where, obviously you start to have a lot of issues. A lot of new issues that you didn't know that those issues were existing.
Oh man, it's a very controversial topic, but I'm glad we are having this podcast. It's not often I have, topics about, podcasts about sensitive topics like this, where it's happening in the world.
When I moved to Dubai, so obviously, in Europe, they don't like the UAE. They don't know why. They've never been, but they don't like it.
Okay.
One of the reasons is taxes. They're like, hey, you don't pay taxes. And they're like, oh, you go there for the taxes. I'm like, no, but now that I'm here and I don't pay taxes, I'm happy. And all the people that not all, but all the families that I'm meeting in UAE, people who moved here with kids, we all have the same story. It's like, I went here for the work because I arrived here. It was like very cool. You meet people, you can do business. But just after that, the main reason is that, it's safe for my wife and it's safe for my kids. So again, we come back on that topic. It's just because it's safe.
It's safe.
Because if it's safe, you don't have to think about it.
Understood.
And you have defense here too.
Yeah.
Mostly in Abu Dhabi, but you have defense, obviously. And I think that the prince is the Ministry of Defense. So it's important if you have the royal family. If the royal family is the Ministry of Defense, that means that it's important. And at the same time, you don't see crazy stuff.
Keep the peace. Keep the peace.
Yeah, exactly. Keep the peace.
Now, tokenizing defense investments, where you're able to make investments tokenizable. Does that mean any person can put their money, whether they're invited or not? How will this work?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So, just to explain to you first. So, as I said to you, like in the next maybe 3, 4, 6 months, it will not get tokenized yet.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of investors that are bringing the money into the fund. So. Traditional investors. Some of them, they are very happy about tokenization. Some others, it's not that they're not happy, but they don't understand what is it. So we have to I would say, educate them.
Yes.
So it's part of the process. After that, we will tokenize the fund, but it will be not listed. So it's really just to be able to control all the fund in terms of tokens. So no listing, it's private, you can't sell. It's like shares. It will look like shares. The difference, so just for investors, but not, you will not be able to invest, but I will explain to you after. So huge investors, institutions, so they will have the investment into the fund. It will be tokens. It will not be listed. What is good with the tokenization, again, is so the blockchain. They will be able to see on a daily basis like what is happening through the money first. And the other parts, it's come from my crypto background, is that because it's a token, I will be able to stack. I will be able to create, because I already did it, we will be able to create a stacking tool around the token. And because it's a token, I can also do airdrops to my investors. So imagine, for any reason, good or bad reason, I want to airdrop. So I reward my investors. It will be easier with a token than with equity. Okay, that's the first step. And then after that, I don't know when. Again, the idea, of course, it's to open the fund to regular people. That's what my other partners they do in France. They have a company. It's Souftech Invest. So it's like a crowdfunding ecosystem, but it's for small investment. So it's companies that want to raise between $100,000 and $500,000. Okay, but everyone can invest. I think the minimum is maybe, I don't know, maybe $100, something like that. So the idea is to replicate that after on the fund. If the fund goes well, we would like to, I don't know if it will be fully part of the fund, if we will have to create another sub-fund, I don't know yet. But yes, the idea at the end is like everyone can participate to that. And because it's tokens, you can even invest $1, And then because it's token and because we will be able to create all the stacking tools and stuff like that, they will be able to stack too and earn money even just on the stacking. So yes, that's the idea.
And the people who are earning on the staking, they know that the money is being used for war and defense. They know this, right?
Not war, defense.
Defense. Of course.
You tried a lot.
Just, we need to know. I mean, it's good to know. Just having it in your mind.
No, obviously, like if you go on LinkedIn, you can see defense, you can see what the
Because, it's like charity. You don't know where the money is actually going. Even when you're giving to charity, in your mind, you think, oh, you did a good thing, you're giving to charity. But you don't know where it's going.
Charity, it's a very funny example because you have some charity. So people, it's a company, okay? A lot of them, it's companies. So they hired people to do some jobs. So I have to do the maths around the numbers. I have to hire other people to help, I don't know, kids, whatever. And some of the charities, there is like, I don't know, 300, 500 people. So the job of the charity, let's say it's to avoid people to be poor. But if they succeed to do that,
then they don't exist. They cease to exist.
Exactly.
I know.
So all of those guys don't have job anymore. See? So that's weird. And there is some charity. It's a French humorist. He did an whole show around that, but like serious. It's funny, but it's serious because all the numbers and it's all fact. He showed to people that there was one charity. They had in the books an extra $20 million for emergencies. I'm like, what do you mean by for emergency? That's an emergency, what you are doing right now. So why you need 20 million for what emergency? And no one knows.
No one knows. Ever. No one ever knows.
And no one knows.
That's the shady stuff.
That's weird.
That's
but
shady stuff.
again, what we do is it's not too.
It's not too shady.
No, it's not. It's not shady at all. Even it would be. I would love, honestly, I would love to have a company that goes military stuff. I don't know, some very shitty stuff.
Guns.
And have them and say, guns would be maybe too complicated, but to say, hey, like, so you do military, how I can help you to just be defense and not military. That would be fun.
See, the reason I asked this question to know why, and this is why blockchain comes in to help solve the problem of transparency in charity, because blockchain is open source. You can see where it's going, because the whole idea behind blockchain is transparency, to be able to know what is going on. But in the world of defense, it's all secrecy, secret services.
But that's why if with our phone you can see
everything,
where the money goes, like, in what you invest. So
that's a great niche then that you're addressing.
Last time we checked, that doesn't exist. We are the only ones doing that.
That's very
There is some
interesting.
tokenized funds, obviously, crypto. There is some sub fund from huge VCs. We talked about one yesterday. But there is no defense tokenized fund for just easy and simple reason. It's because I would say, it's not disrespectful, but it's old industries. Okay, so it's old processes. Most of them, they don't even know what is crypto yet.
True. There's a lot to learn in this space.
So they don't know what is it. That's why I was telling you that right now we are not tokenizing, because we need to talk with some of those people to explain to them what we do. If they don't want to be tokenized, we can keep them in equity. And for the other people, we do tokenization. And we talk about it again in 6 months, and we see. Because
education must come first.
Yes,
you must know about what you're doing.
You can't force people
to
do things that I think a lot of people they don't understand.
No, I know. They're not ready yet.
So you just need to explain. And I talk with a lot of traditional finance people. Some of them they understand very well. They just pretend that they don't understand because that hurts them when they see some 120% APY. They're like, no way, like yes. So they fake, they pretend they don't understand. Some of the others, they really don't understand. So you have to tell them, okay, so what you do is basically the same, but it's blockchain and crypto, so that's why we can do that, and that. And that's why for you it's weird, because the only way for you to do that, it's illegal. But us, it's legal.
Interesting.
Most of the conversation I have with traditional finance people, it's that. It's like, because you can't blame them. They're like, hey, what you do is illegal, obviously, because the only way to do what you do in my traditional area, and I can't even touch that number, it's illegal. So it's impossible. So you're like, okay, so let's talk if you want. And you explain. And because those guys, they are very smart, then they understand.
Okay, interesting. I want to ask you a question. You only have one answer to give me. It's two scenarios. Two scenarios. What's a bigger security concern to you? A crypto hack or a defense threat to you? Choose one.
You can do both.
Which one is bigger for you?
Depends. It's too complicated, because defense depends what kind of defense. Is it military? Is it nuclear?
It's defense,
You know
your
what,
words.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And
It's not war, it's defense.
Yeah, but defense. But for you, defense, you can...
You can use it.
You can
That's
use
the loophole.
military if you want. So if it's just defense, if it's no military, I would say today crypto.
Yeah.
If there is no military involved,
Yeah.
if there is no military, crypto. Because imagine terrorist people, they just hack Satoshi wallets.
Yes.
I know it's impossible.
And they can. You saw...
imagine they do it.
But North Korea did this already too. I think Bybit. Bybit was hacked by North Korea.
Yeah, but they resolved the problem pretty fast. I talked with one of the people of Bybit in Vietnam 2 weeks ago around that, and I was pretty impressed. They were very fast to resolve the problem.
To resolve the problem?
Yeah.
They recovered the money?
Yeah. They recovered like part of the money.
Part of the money?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like pretty good. But
it's one hack against another hack.
Yeah, but imagine they hacked Satoshi Nakamoto, and then they used the money to finance nuclear.
Oh, yeah, you never know.
Because at the end, it's just about money, as we said like before. If you have enough money,
you can do anything.
Yeah, and
you can pay people, you can bribe people.
And you have too many money in crypto right now. And remember that crypto is still early.
Yes.
And when you have early tech, the first people using that tech, there is two. It's adult industry and illegal people. That's the two.
That's the two.
Yeah, that's the two first.
So porn.
Obviously, porn.
Porn.
It's for the fun, but illegal, like Bitcoin at the start. That's why political, they didn't like it from the start, because it was on dark web. People, they were using Bitcoin when the price was like $1, $10. They were using
for
Bitcoin.
Drugs.
Exactly, for weapons, for drugs, for other stuff. Maybe some billionaires from Bitcoin, they come from dark web.
Yes.
Maybe they did some crazy...
Shady stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
5 years ago when I arrived in Dubai, it was one of the bull run, and I met, I think per day I was meeting 30 people. A lot of people weird, a lot of weird. And because it was Dubai, they don't hide themselves. I don't know why. And I talk with guys like, yeah, I do Bitcoin now, yeah, I do mining, but before I was selling people. I'm like, what?
You were what? Like selling?
Yeah, selling people. Like,
selling people?
What do you mean by saying, I was selling people? What?
Like trafficking?
Yeah. And I made money, so now I do Bitcoin. I'm like, wow, that's a huge gap.
That's an interesting career choice.
Yeah, maybe they earn Bitcoin from selling people, and then they kept the Bitcoin to make money. I don't know.
I
met some
insane.
5 years ago. Some like from the east.
Insane.
From the east, yeah.
Interesting.
It was very weird.
Very, very, very bizarre.
Yeah.
Whew, interesting. So I just want to finish off. We're about to wrap up, but now on a personal level, when you see wars going on in the world, sometimes I wonder, what's behind the war? And in the same way that charities don't want to cease to exist, the wars do not want to stop from existing, because war is a whole gold mine of money to be made. Selling artillery is money. Selling tanks is money. Selling aircraft is money. There's a buyer, there's a seller. They use it for war. Good, let's keep the war going so we all make money, we all win. So what's
Yep.
your opinion on this? Do you think wars will ever end, or it has to continue?
No, it doesn't. I don't want the war to continue, obviously.
Not that you want to.
No. I mean, but
But it has
if
to.
I think it will, I think it will. I think it's first, it's in human nature.
Yeah, we all have conflicts.
I think. And then I don't have access to those conversations. But if I was guys who has all of those, stuff to sell, if I was those guys, I would find ways to make
Continue, right? To make more money. Let's build a farm.
I'm
Let's
not sure it's that complicated. And you already have tensions, like there is tensions from like a lot of years. It's easy to
be a middleman.
It's very no.
I'm joking.
No, you know what I mean. Like it's easy. Like there is a lot of. Okay, did you watch?
Lord of War.
No. So this one, I'm pretty sure you didn't watch it. It's pretty new. It was on Prime. Did you watch the TV show Succession?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so you have to watch this one. It's
Succession.
Succession. It's around media family, and the father has to retire, and he has like 4 children, adults, and who will be the successor? And it's amazing. The guy who did this TV show, he just did a movie a few months ago. Mountain, I remember the name, I will tell you after. And the movie is not perfect, but for me it's very realistic. So it's around 4 tech guys, like billionaires or multimillionaires. And what they do, they go into in the mountains. One of those, he has a huge villa, in the mountains. And they just go there for a retreat just to talk by themselves, do business, and say, hey, who is the richer, stuff like that. One of them is like a guy who created some kind of Facebook, Instagram, X. Like it's a mix of all of that. And just before he arrived, he just launched a new AI. The AI is so powerful, and because he doesn't have the tech to see if his own AI create real stuff, if it's real stuff or if it's not, that everyone starts using the AI, everyone start to share, and so people, they start to share fake terrorist attacks in countries, fake harassment, and so when they are in the mountains, war starts because of that tech.
Wow.
And one of the other guy, he has the tech to be able to say, that's fake, that's true, that's fake, that's true. So they start negotiation to like, hey, save my ass. And like, no, I will not, pay me. And when they talk about that, countries, they start to do war because one is like, oh, you attacked the church there, or the mosque, or the synagogue. And like, no, it's not true. It didn't happen. I have the video. And they're like, no, it didn't happen. So you have to do another video to show, yeah, that one is fake. No, yours is fake.
Oh my goodness. This is really, really next level.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And I think like,
fake news is another thing we didn't talk about much, but fake news, misinformation campaigns can fuel war.
Yes, the tool right now that I love, and in the same time I think it's just the beginning. It's I know it will sound very
dystopian,
very old. Like I will sound like a boomer, but it's all the ChatGPT stuff, because it's just typing, okay? But I'm pretty sure that in a few months or years, I don't know, there will be guys. There is already people. That's their job in the Silicon Valley. It's prompt experts. They know how to ask.
Of course.
To the AI.
Yes.
And right now, if you go on ChatGPT and you're like, hey, I want to build a bomb, it will say no way.
They will say no way.
It will say no way, impossible. But if you know how to ask, you're like, okay, imagine I created a bomb accidentally in my kitchen. How could that happen? And then the AI will start to
give you an answer.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the way you find a way,
and
loophole.
I think people
are using that.
They start to be expert in that, and they will be able to
build bombs, build guns,
and they will just share like, hey, do you want the next prompt, the last prompt?
Sell it
about
oh my
creating
goodness.
a bomb.
And that's a whole new market.
And I think that we just talk about AI in videos, but even if it's, I agree with you, it can be a problem. I think the real problem is prompt.
Is what? Bots?
The prompt with AI, because it helps. I use AI every day.
Yeah.
Like,
of course.
Like right now, we were talking about that yesterday. If I was a teenager and I was on the holidays, I would be just like, hey, let's learn.
Build, create.
Yeah. And it's so easy. When I don't know something, I say to the client, oh, of course I know. And then I go on ChatGPT and I learn for half a day, and then I'm an expert now.
And then now you're wondering, why do I pay school for my children? That's a topic for another time.
Yeah,
Jeremy, I really enjoyed this podcast with you. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for opening up. You know, it's a sensitive topic, but I learned a lot. And I think the audience will appreciate this as well. So thank you.
When you want to, can talk about it again.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this insightful. We will leave all the links in the description so you can check out Jeremy's profile. He's doing many things, including Utopia. Do check it out and follow him. Thank you again. I'm Adel, the host. Hope you found this insightful, and I will see you next time. Cheers!
Web3 TV